Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. Plants grow in soil. Roots of plants get water and minerals from the soil. Small animals like insects and earthworms live in soil. Formation of soil. Formation of soil is a continuous process. Soil is formed by the breakdown of rocks into tiny pieces. Rocks are heated by the sun and cooled by the cold weather. The continuous heating and cooling causes the rocks to crack and break into small pieces. These small pieces are carried to different places by the wind or running water. The pieces rub against each other till they finally become tiny particles of soil. Dead plants and animals also get mixed with these pieces. What does soil contain? Soil contains stones, gravel, sand, clay, and humus. Take some soil from a garden. Put the soil in a glass jar. Fill the jar 3/4 with water. Cover it with a lid and shake it well. Leave it undisturbed. After some time, we observe different layers in the jar. At the bottom of the jar, we see a layer of small stones called gravel. It is the heaviest layer. Above the layer of gravel, we find a layer of sand containing larger particles. Above the sand, we find a layer of clay that contains fine particles. The water above the layer of clay is not clear. Dead leaves, twigs, and remains of dead insects float on the water. This layer is dark brown in color and is called humus. It makes the soil fertile. Soil contains water. Take some soil in a container. Cover it with a lid. Heat the container for some time. Open the lid. We see the drops of water on the lid. Soil contains air. Take some garden soil in a jar. Pour some water over it. As you do this, you notice bubbles forming in the soil. This happens because the trapped air present in the soil escapes as bubbles. This shows that soil contains air. Types of soils. Soils differ in color, particle size, and amount of air and water. There are mainly 3 types of soils: sandy, clay, and loamy. Clayey soil. It contains mostly clay. It consists of soil particles of very small size. It is smooth, sticky, and is used by potters to make pots and toys. Clayey soil is not good for plants because there are no spaces between its particles to hold air. But it can hold a lot of water because water cannot pass through the particles easily. Sandy soil. It mainly consists of sand. There is a lot of air in the spaces between its large particles, but it cannot hold much water because water can easily pass through these spaces. So, very few plants are able to grow in sandy soil. It is mostly found on seashore and in deserts. Loamy soil. It contains both sand and clay particles. Therefore, it is very good for growing plants. It contains a lot of humus and can hold both air and water. Uses of soil. All plants grow in soil. Soil contains water and minerals that plants need for their growth. Imagine, if there was no soil, there would be no plants and we would have no food. Soil is home to many animals. Ants, rats, earthworms, and many other animals live in soil. Earthworms are very useful for farmers. Earthworms dig tunnels in the soil and loosen it. They add humus to the soil and make the soil fertile. This soil is good for growing plants, so they are often called the farmer's friends.